Hey, Daniel here from Other Man Mindset. Today's the 14th day of my vlog challenge. Today I'm gonna record a nice routine to build muscle mass. Alright, before I head out into the forest, I'm gonna do some rope jumping here in the parking lot because when the ground's a bit softer, then it's not as easy to do the rope jumping. The weather is super nice right now. It's really sunny. Great day in the weekend. Exercise that I'm starting with is the simple push-up. Now, compared to using weights in the gym, it can be hard to find the same intensity using just your body weight, but there certainly are some techniques that still allow you to get a really nice intensity. But I'll get to that in a little bit. So first off, we're just gonna start out with 5 times 8 repetitions. Make sure you really reach down to the ground with your chest and keep your back nice and straight. You don't want to go like, so it's really important to focus on your core. I'm gonna do another 8, and one variation that you can do is push-ups on your fist. That increases the length of your arms a bit, so that already increases the intensity. Alright, now since we're focusing on strength, when you're doing your repetitions, it's very important not to focus on getting through the repetition as quickly as possible. And when you're just beginning, push-ups by themselves may be rather hard. So then it's totally okay to just go through the movement as efficiently as possible, and that by itself will be a very good stimulus to build your body. But as I will show you now, if push-ups are okay for you to do and you can easily do 5 times 8 or 5 times 12 or more, it really pays off to start slowing down each repetition. And the more you slow down, the harder it's going to get for your muscles, so that will give a really nice stimulation. I'm going to do another 8 repetitions, but this time really focus on the intensity. Even though chest is one of my strongest exercises, when I really slow down the push-ups, it becomes very intense, very hard. Regardless of how strong you are or how much muscle mass you have, you can still find the intensity, and of course that's exactly what we need for strength and muscle mass. Alright, so slowing down really increases the intensity, but another way to increase the intensity is to use a wider stance. If you want to make it even harder for yourself, you can start to lean on one arm. So put most of your weight on right arm and then to your left, and just keep alternating like that. I'm focusing on my right arm now. And the left one. So again guys, for strength and or muscle mass, just really focus on the intensity. We're not in a hurry to get through the repetitions, and we should always prefer slowing down and really feeling the muscles burn. Of course, it's totally fine to do more repetitions or to focus on how far you can go, what's the highest number of repetitions you can get to, but then you're focusing more on stamina and endurance. Now lastly, there's another option, is to do one arm push-ups, which of course further increases the intensity of the exercise. And in that case, you have to put your arm a bit more in the middle to maintain your balance. Slow those down, one arm push-ups. you can get to some serious intensity. Of course, it depends on what kind of physique you want to build, but not having any weight other than your body, it doesn't have to be any kind of restriction. All right, next up, let's do 5 times 8 repetitions of crunches to also train the abdominal muscles. All right, so next up is the pull-up. Pull-ups are very good for your back, but also for your biceps, especially if you do them in the supinated form. Now, most likely if you're just starting out, it's probably easier to use this form, and if you use that form, you're focusing more on your back. If you have any kind of pull-up bar, you can also use it to train your abdominals. For instance, like this. If you want to start out a bit lighter, you can just raise your knees instead of your legs.
Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your life. I'll tell you my sin.
Alright guys, so far we've trained the chest. And also secondary, the triceps, of course, with the push-ups. The pull-ups, of course, train your back and your biceps depending on which grip you use. And lastly, if you want to train your legs as well and your back a little bit, you can do some air squats. Be sure not to hyperextend your back like this, but also don't round it like this. Just keep it in a neutral stance and just pretend like you're going to sit down on a chair. You can also do 5 times 8 or more. Alright guys, that's the routine for now. I hope you have an awesome weekend and we'll talk soon.